Good morning. It's November 6th. So what's going on? Last week, the Texas Rangers won the World Series. So congratulations to them. Let's see. The United Auto Workers, they've concluded now, the big three automakers, in getting their workers a 25% increase in compensation. So we're all cheering for them, aren't we? Well, let's see if you're going to be cheering when you go and buy a car and it's going to cost you, I heard on average, $900 more. What else is going on? Oh, Ken Mattingly, the astronaut, he passed away. Remember Ken Mattingly? He was the astronaut in Apollo 13 that didn't get to fly because he supposedly think he had the flu or something. His character in Apollo 13 was played by Gary Sinise, but he passed away at age 87. He was probably an icon over at NASA, and we're sorry to see him go and sorry for the loss that his family has experienced. Anyway, let's get to today's topic. So today's topic is hearing loss, as I promised last week. I'm not trying to make fun of anybody. I'm just trying to point out how incredibly important your hearing is. And if you were not able to read my lips, I talked about how causes of hearing loss, from what I can tell, are your age. It can be noise exposure and other medical conditions. In doing the research for today's video, I discovered that hearing loss can really begin as early as age 18, but it really accelerates between 65 and 74, and then it's like 50% of people 75 and up are experiencing some type of hearing loss. So it's very, very important to get your hearing checked. You know, these Medicare Advantage plans, a lot of them provide some type of hearing benefits, from a free hearing check to money applied for hearing aids. You know, I just had my hearing checked, and they said that I'm suffering a little bit of hearing loss, but much better than the average person for my age. I would have told you I was experiencing no hearing loss. So I guess it's something that happens to you very gradually over time. And you know what? We might not even notice that we're suffering from hearing loss. So the value of a hearing exam is very, very important. And knowing how our hearing is going can help us maintain good quality of life. So yes, getting your hearing checked, going for a hearing test, it's something you really have to prepare for. I would tell you, for preparation for my hearing exam, I probably ran 15 miles for the last 20 days straight, did 100 push-ups, and read 15 or 20 newspapers, did 100 different crossword. I'm teasing, come on. A hearing exam is very easy. They put you in this little booth, put on big headphones, and you sit there and they tell you to acknowledge if you hear a tone or not. It's nothing you need to prepare for. It's really easy. And you get to have a nice conversation with the wonderful technician running the hearing exam. So it's not that big of a deal to get your hearing checked. And you know what? If you're suffering hearing loss, then you can take steps to help you have better quality of life and hear better. So people who are experiencing hearing loss can also have other problems in their life. And I'm going to read from a list right here. They can have trouble communicating. They can feel isolated. They have a higher incidence of depression, social withdrawals, feeling of inadequacy. And what surprised me when I got my hearing checked is the technician told me that people who suffer hearing loss are at a much greater risk of having dementia. Oh yes, knowing that these are some of the factors, why wouldn't you get your hearing checked? It's not like they're going to go in there with a big knife and say, we're going to cut this part of you out. No, it's just putting some headphones on you, like I said, sitting in a booth, listening to some tones and acknowledging when you hear those tones. It's not that big of a deal. You know, hearing aids, get those things taken care of. Enjoy quality of life. This is your golden years if you're a senior citizen. Enjoy it. Get it checked. What's going on at the MLD agency? Well, last week it seems like we wrote a lot of Medicare Advantage plans, did a couple of dental plans, and worked on a couple people with their health insurance because it's open enrollment for the marketplace. Yes, for the under 65, open enrollment is now until December 15th. Oh, wait a minute. I said December 15th. No, it's not. President Biden did another executive order. They passed those things out like, you know, candy on Halloween, right? Anyway, open enrollment for the under 65 is extended until January 15th. So you have until then to get your health insurance taken care of. But remember, to make a January 1st effective date, you have to have your insurance in place by December 15th. Anyway, until next week, take care.